Hey everybody, it is time for episode 2 of Wellness Wednesday. Keeping in theme with what we have been going through, I wanted to kind of stay in line with what we are talking about in text. So if you weren't here on Sunday, that's okay. We talked about inheritance, and all month in July, we're going to talk about the inheritance. As children of God, because of what Christ has done for us, what does that mean for us? What do we inherit? What do we get out of this? And it's only 4 things. There's many more things, but this past week, we introduced our inheritance of wisdom. So when we inherit wisdom, we are inheriting the knowledge of where to go, where to seek help, where do I find myself? How do I get out of the funk that I'm in? Things of that nature. We are inheriting a wisdom that's thousands of years old, that many billions of people have used as a resource and a reference point to build a faith around God. And I think that when we look at that, we take a look at what we're going to talk about this Sunday. This Sunday, we're going to talk about the inheritance of attention. Now, what we're talking about is 2 things. There's 2 ways that this inheritance of attention can go. The first way is that we are inheriting the attention of God. In other words, Christ died on a cross. He died, and in the moment of his death, the curtain was torn from top to bottom. It was split in 2, revealing the Holy of Holies, allowing Jew and Gentile alike to come into this relationship with God. Now, what that means is that you and we now have God's attention. He knows our name. He knows about who we are. He knows what we're doing. He knows all of the things about us, even those things that we wish we could hide and put away in a drawer somewhere. He knows all those things about us, and that he still loves us because he sees us the way Jesus does. There's also an inheritance of our attention, giving our attention to God. Now, this isn't something that we are good at. We are not good at this giving God attention. In our society and in our world today, all you got to do, again, take a look around. It's not hard to see that there are a lot of people who do not have their attention on the things that matter. And when I say the things that matter, I'm not talking about, paying bills, raising a family, all of these things. What I'm saying is you're worried about things that are out of your control. The car broke down. I lost my job. Where you need to worry about that. That's not the end. There's more jobs. The things of the world that you cannot control are the things that get our attention the most. And I think that the devil does that on purpose. He does that in a way that we are focused on the problems. We are focused on our inadequacies, and that in turn drives our behavior. I can say this from experience. There are days in which you don't want to wake up in the morning. You don't want to face what's ahead of you. You do not want to go forward because there is rejection there. There is failure there. There are things that aren't going right for you, whatever that may be. And so we tend to find ourselves not wanting to go there. However, if we can stand together, if we can give God the attention that he deserves, he's going to reciprocate that attention. He's already giving us the attention that we want, and now it's up to us to reciprocate this and to give it back. It's possible for us to get out of our funk and to get out of the mess and to get out of the junk that we're in when we stop focusing on that junk and on that mess. That's possible. Are we willing to do it? Are we willing to create a new rhythm? Are we willing to wake up a little bit earlier in the morning so that we make sure we start our day the right way, in prayer and maybe a little bit of study? Are we willing to take maybe a few minutes during our lunch break or during our lunchtime to where we actually just kind of focus in and say, God, you've brought me this far today. Here's what I need. Here's what I'm going to want out of this day for you. And then what do you want from me? Are we able then to come together in the evening with our families or even by ourselves and sit down and go, okay, what did we do well today and what did we not do well today? What needs a look? What needs an attention? How can I better serve my community? How can I serve someone else? When we can start giving the attention to these details and these little things, our life becomes a bit more involved. We aren't woe is me anymore. We aren't looking in the mirror at a reflection of something broken. We're looking in the mirror now at someone who has God's attention and who has attention to God. This is a two-way street. If you don't feel that God is doing anything in your life, then what are you doing in the life of God? It's a two-way street. You cannot set a plant out in the middle of your lawn, right out in the middle where all the sun is, and expect that this plant is going to survive. You've got to go out, you've got to water it. Occasionally, you might have to bring it into the shade because it's too hot. You are going to have to take care of that plant if it is going to grow and if it's going to thrive. There's no difference in your personal relationship with God through Jesus Christ and that. This is about making sacrifices and being willing to do the things that are going to take you places you've never been before and make you feel better about who you are and where you are. And if that isn't a good Wellness Wednesday message, I'm not sure what is. I hope you're looking forward to Sunday morning. I hope you're going to be coming and joining us in Maplewood at 9 and DeGraff at 10:30. We have a great a message where we're going to continue this attention, inheritance of this attention. You are now a child of God, and you have His attention. And if you want to believe that, then I encourage you to jump on board and believe that. Keep praying this week. Keep talking to Him. Keep seeking Him. Don't give up. He's not giving up on you. Have a good week. Stay close.